Hello everyone, this is Roxas1359. Welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon White. Last time, we ended up defeating Ghetsis, foiling his plans for world domination. In this episode, what we are going to do is we are going to start the post-game. So, let's restrict the C-Gear functionality, and where do we end up right after we beat the Elite Four? We end up back in our hometown in our room, which, hey, our mother actually did clean this place up. How nice. So, we can still check the Pokemon basics, and no worries, our Nintendo Wii and Wii Remote are still here without a scratch on them. Amazing Nintendo build quality, even though the Wii wasn't as, durable as an original DS. Original DS were the last things made out of Nintendium, unfortunately. But we still have all of our Pokemon, and it's at this point I realize, well, I can't do much post-game stuff without having a flying type. Well, this is bad, so let's go and get one. But I have two mothers. Well then, ladies and gentlemen, back from Pokemon Platinum, it's the one, the only, Looker! Yep, seems Looker's in the Unova region now. That seems fair. I'm pretty sure we can do that. Sure, we'll help. And for saying yes, we get the Super Rod, the only fishing rod within Gen 5 for Pokemon Black and White. I love Looker so much. All right, so we have our mission. Find the 7 sages in, the Unova region, as it seems that the 7 sages have gotten away from the gym leaders and are hiding all around Unova. We'll be doing that in its own video for the post-game, but for right now, we still have some things to do, such as meet up with Sharon and Bianca. Well, that explains why they weren't there. It gets explained even more inside Black and White 2, and it's actually rather sad. White Forest, huh? Yes, White Forest is actually something that's exclusive to Pokemon White. It allows you to catch certain Pokemon, but I'll explain more about that in a bit. Because right now we have the other Professor Juniper. Okay. And our Pokédex has been upgraded with the National Mode. Yes, and I will not be completing the National Dex because that would take me playing so many other Pokemon games in order to complete it. It's ridiculous. Alright, that sounds like a plan. So, now we can go around Unova again, and Pokemon from other regions are now available on other routes. I won't be bioing those Pokemon because I'm only going to be bioing the Unova Pokemon for this game. Mainly because I'd have to re-bio every single Pokemon and every single route again, as there are new Pokemon that are available inside them from other regions such as Kanto, Johto, Hoenn, and Sinnoh. And that would take quite a while, so yeah, not gonna do that. But Bianca mentioned White Forest. White Forest is a place that is exclusive to Pokemon White, in which you can catch baby Pokemon or weaker Pokemon there, and over time convince people to move into the White Forest. On the flip side, Pokemon Black has Black City, which is a place where you can battle other trainers, usually inviting other trainers through what was once the Wi-Fi connection in order to stay and move into Black City. Obviously, since the Wi-Fi connection has been severed, it's been neutered, unfortunately. But I think we should go and see Professor Juniper and show her our Pokédex, because we haven't done this in a while. Sure. And we've seen 135 of the Unova's 151 Pokemon. As a result, she will give us 3 TMs. TM 54, False Swipe, which is going to be very beneficial for catching legendary Pokemon, because False Swipe does not cause a Pokemon to faint if you hit them with it. We get TM 17, Protect from her. I believe you needed to have 30 Pokemon seen in order to get False Swipe, and I believe 60 for Protect. And we get TM 10, Hidden Power. Hidden Power is a move that varies on what it does. Its type and power change depending on the Pokemon that learns it. And if you remember, in Mistralton City, there's a person who will tell you what type of move Hidden Power will become if you show them a certain Pokemon. But where are we going to go right now? Well, we're going to go along Route 1 and head off to a new route that has been open to us for a while now, but I've decided to leave it off until the post-game. And that is Route 17 and Route 18. Why is it that I waited so long to do this? Honestly, because there was no other reason. Now, one other thing I should mention about the post-game right now. I'm not going to be showing trainer battles anymore in efforts to save time. So, yeah, I'm not going to be showing the trainer battles anymore. I showed pretty much a good majority of them, if not all of them, during the run of the regular game, so I think that cutting them out right now is a probably good idea. But now, what is available on Route 17? Well, you can get Alomomolas over there, which I had bioed a couple of episodes ago. But there's also an egg that we can get on this route, because if you remember, usually inside a Pokemon game, there are eggs that you can end up getting, usually from the Daycare Man. We didn't get an egg from the Daycare Man this time. No, we got a bicycle. But there is still an egg that is possible for you to get. And what exactly is that egg? It is of a new Pokemon that we have not seen yet. First things first, we're going to cut out this battle right here, because honestly, no need to. But that egg will hatch eventually into a Larvesta. Larvesta are bug fire type Pokemon, very good special attack once they evolve, and I mean 135 special attack once they evolve. They evolve at level 59, being one of the other Pokemon that is a very late evolution alongside of, you know, the Hydreigon line. pretty good Pokemon overall. You can catch its evolved form, Volcrona, on the actual overworld as well, as it is something that opens up post-game that you can catch a Volcrona at level 70 inside the Relic Castle, which is what we will be doing inside of another episode of the post-game that I have set up. But talk to this lady. There's nothing of interest beyond the electronic bulletin board. It's pitch black. Not necessarily. There is a facility that is on the other side of Route 17 and on Route 18. And what that is it's connected to an event. We'll be going there for an event, but in this episode, we'll be just exploring around through Route 17, getting ourselves some items, showing off the area where you can end up getting yourself the, what is it called? The Larvesta egg. And at the same time, we're going to be getting ourselves another HM. This HM is going to be required in order to get everything done with the game for the post game. So you're going to want to go on Route 17 to grab this HM. But get right here and you get TM06, Toxic. Toxic is a very good move, does damage over time, more poison damage over time. It does pretty good for setting up for certain moves, believe me. But we've got another trainer that we've got to cut out right now. Unfortunately, these cuts aren't the most beautiful ones, I will admit. They get better in some of the later episodes. Now we got currents right here, right alongside them, and we can go across. And welcome to the little island. This little island right here is home to actually one of the 7 sages. We won't be talking to him inside this episode because that will be saved for the 7 sage episode. But just know that the first of the 7 sages is available inside of Route 17 right here, so keep that in mind. This house right here, that little house, is where you can get the Larvesta egg that you would so desperately want, because Larvestas are a really good Pokemon, but I already have my team, so I don't need to do anything else. I should also mention that in post-game now, a lot of new areas have opened up. For example, the bridge by Nimbasa City and a bridge on the other side of Opelucid City are now open up to 3 new routes and 3 new cities, which we won't be really exploring too much. We will explore some of them a little bit, but not too much. Just keep that in mind. Great. We got another trainer that we got to battle. But for right now, we've also got something else that I could talk about that opened up now that we are in the post-game. Now that we are in the post-game, we have open to us a couple of legendary Pokemon, as well as we have open to us the Challenger's Cave, which is on the route towards Opelucid City. As you can see, one of the 7 sages is right there. But what we gotta do is we got to battle this Watchog, of course. At level 28, ain't nobody got time for that. I'm over twice its level. Nobody got time for that. But if you go down over this way to where there is a Pokeball, first things first, let us use that. Go down over this way, and you'll get HM05 Waterfall. Waterfall is required to get everything in the post game that you would want for legendary Pokemon. You will need to get Waterfall. So we're gonna cut out us talking to that sage right there. That's gonna be in another video, which is why that went to black. We're gonna get ourselves a couple of things going to the side of the boulder that was right there. I apologize for that cut. A little bit of sloppy editing on my part, but I'm a little bit lazy and a little bit tired at this point. So, let us go inside the house, see what we can. You talk to the ranger if you want the egg. So, I will entrust this egg I found in the Relic Castle. That is the Larvesta egg that you can end up getting. So, keep that in mind. Then we have right here a pseudo Pokemon Center. So, that's pretty helpful. And him... maybe next time. Yes, this guy will give you certain items and certain deals on items if you find certain Pokemon within rocks, such as like Geodude, I believe. Pay him no mind, it's really not worth it. But now what we're gonna do is we're going to pseudo beat this hiker up, and then we're gonna go to Route 9. right here to where we can go now to the Challenger's Cave. Now, at this point, my Pokemon are supercharged in levels. And I mean supercharged, enough to take on the Elite Four for the second time, because the Elite Four, for the second time, oh boy, they are in the 70s for levels. But talk to this guy who was once blocking it. He will say you're quite the trainer and that we can enter the cave. Now, you're gonna need Flash in order to see through this cave, so I've taught it temporarily to Lumiere, who will then be learning another move soon enough because I have the TM. And we can explore inside here. What is the entire reason why I'm inside the Challenger's Cave? This is where I can get the item known as the Black Belt. The Black Belt will allow me to power up fighting type moves, which is something that I really want to give to Bernie, because unfortunately it was locked out of me until post-game. Anyway, talk to this rock and you get yourself an ether. Now let's explore through the cave. Same music as the Chargestone Cavern. Nothing around here. Okay, we got a trainer. There's a lot of items that are available inside here, but not too many. A lot of the items that are on the routes that you'll end up finding are things like the Electrolyzer, Reaper Cloth, Razor Fang. You know, Pokemon, items that will evolve Pokemon that are, you know, received a second evolution inside of Generation 4. You'll find a lot of those items on the new routes, as well as some TMs. For example, inside the Dream Yard, a new area will be opened up for you, which is where one of the 7 sages are. You can get the Twisted Spoon there, as well as the TM for Dream Eater. On route, I believe it's 15, you can get the TM for Psychic, which I do grab. On route, I want to say 12, you can get the TM for Energy Ball. Very useful TM, especially for what I teach it to. On route, what is it? Technically route 14, go into what is known as the Abundant Shrine. You can get the Flamethrower TM. In a certain cave that is also available, you can get the Ice Beam TM. And that's pretty much it. I've decided at this point I'm not going to be getting all of the items or all the TMs in the game because that would take too long for this, and I want the post-game to be rather succinct up, which is explaining now how am I going to do the post-game. I have an episode set up specifically for Team Plasma. I have an episode set up specifically for one of the Legendary Trio. I have one set up for the Wandering Legendary Trio. And then I have one set up for the Ultimate Legendary, and then I have one set up for Event Pokemon. So, pretty much, this post-game, we're going to be doing a lot of Pokemon catching, and that's pretty much it. Right now, though, let's explore around the Challenger's Cave, get ourselves as many items as we can before we end up leaving this place. Always make sure that you have a lot of repels, because inside this cave, I believe there are Onix, Gravelers. At least I think Gravelers. I know there's Onyxes in here. And we've got a trainer. Hello, Mr. Trainer. So, let's beat the veteran trainer. One thing I should also mention about post-game areas and the trainers that are there. The Pokemon that they have are all level 63 to 64. So, yeah, don't just go wandering out into the new areas expecting to trample along the competition. No, this game makes you work for your levels, which is why it took me about 10 hours to get everyone to level 75 at a minimum, which is pretty ridiculous, I know, but it is absolutely necessary to battle 2 of the trainers in the post-game, and to re-challenge the Elite Four. You're gonna need to be in the either 80s or the mid to late 70s. But you got a timer ball right here. But still no black belt. Where is my black belt? You know, the item that I came into this cave for, the entire reason. In fact, just to give a little bit of a heads up on how this recording went, star piece right there. Pretty much, this is actually after I've already beaten the 2 extremely powerful trainers that are available once the post game is open to you. And this is actually me preparing to tackle the Elite Four. But go right here, and we get ourselves the Black Belt, which means Bernie now gets his powered up item. Already grabbed the one for Itsy Bitsy. That one will be showed in another episode. So let us get to the top so we can get the Black Belt. So, Black Belt. And now we give it to Bernie. As you can see, I have hashtag with me because hashtag's been flying me around all over Unova. So, let's surf on the water, get the remaining items, and then we'll call this episode a little bit done. Okay. So let's put ourselves back to some some max repels. One thing I'm really not a fan of is that scrolling takes forever in Gen 5. That is one thing I'm not a big fan of. It does take a long time to scroll through items. But we got an item right here, so grab this. And it is an oval stone. I don't entirely remember what the oval stone does. I believe if you give it to a baby Pokemon, it'll raise up their happiness, because baby Pokemon generally only evolve through happiness. And we've got one item right here, which is TM71, Stone Edge. Stone Edge is a pretty powerful move. Managed to kill my Lumiere. And finally, the last item, a protein. Unfortunately, I'm at levels to where proteins in all of those will not work on my Pokemon. And talk to the rock, you get a rare candy. So we'll be using that rare candy probably on Anna later on. I know that if you use a rare candy, they won't get the EVs once they reach level 100. But it takes a lot of Audinos to grind up to level 75. Which is why also Anna is now level 79. So this is after I use some. But anyway, guys, I'm going to end it off right here. This has been Roxas1359. Check at the end of the video, as there will be links to the other types of videos that are being done for the post game. So, see you guys next time.